Alright, welcome. Drawn here with a review of the CME Xkey as you're looking at my modified speaker system here. I'm doing this on the road, so I'm going to have to use these headphones as speakers. So here's the Xkey, and as I mentioned, it's fully featured. We have here the Octave Buttons, and they show you, well, they don't show you very much, but they change the position of this 2-octave controller to different places within the 88 keys that a full piano would have. So we have those, and we have also right here, this is a modulation, and again it's a button, not a wheel. Here's a pitch bender, and we have up and down, and we also have a sustain pedal, which is rather interesting when you try to play with it. The keys are plastic. As you can see, they're very thin. And this slim profile enables you to take it with you just about anywhere. Excuse me. It can fit in a backpack if you have a backpack like mine, which is like this one. It's a 17-inch for a 17-inch laptop. So it can fit in there. I still carry it around in the box. I imagine you could get a case for it. I'll have to check on that. I'm not sure if they do make cases for these. But one of the interesting things about this is not only does it have full-size keys. These are full-size and very flat, like a keyboard. But it's pretty good for playing lead lines. But I interrupted my train of thought there. It has full-size keys, but they also have aftertouch. And the aftertouch is actually functional. I've used it on one of the flute sounds that I have. And so I can say it works. Now, setup is pretty simple. You would just go to, I'm inside of Reaper here. Options, and preferences, and then you go to Midi Devices. So there's a whole list of things here. So you go to Midi Devices, and it would show up right here as Xkey, and it would normally say disabled, but I've already set this up so it says enabled. And then you pick a track with a virtual instrument, such as, in this case I have a piano, 88 Ensemble. It's a really nice piano. And then you arm that track for record. So it was already armed. I'm just going to arm it again. Okay. Now you just start playing. Sounds almost like a vocal exercise, huh? So I'm going to try to demo the sustain pedal right now. Just press on it. You can't hear it. This actually has a damper effect when you press the sustain pedal. But because I'm using this improvised speaker, you're not going to hear it unless I were to actually put this on your head, which, okay, I'm being silly, I know, but it's pretty easy feel. Now, you don't get the same resistance you would on piano keys, but you can play instruments like flutes. I used it for several of the flutes on Concepts. I also used it on Remember Me for the muted trumpet, and a number of other things. I'm just going to grab another sound here. Let's try this one. Now let's try a little pitch bend, shall we? Okay, that's not very good, but I'll give you an idea. Let me move the octave up. Up again. Anyway, and so as you can see, the octave buttons here, they're pretty. So I'm going to bring it down. There we go. I apologize, you can't hear those very well through the headphones, but so that's basically it. I've enjoyed playing on this. I still miss a full-size keyboard, and so I'm going to get, eventually, I'm going to get an 88 key, either controller or hardware synth. I really haven't decided. But that's what I'm saving up for at this point. But this is a good controller. It's great for mobile composition. And I've been enjoying using it, and I still continue to use it occasionally. Most of the times now I'm using a larger controller. I got one in between this size and the size I'm headed to, which actually has keys on it. But this, you know, for the price, it's pretty reasonable. It's $100 for this, or $99.99 actually, plus shipping if you buy it online. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, they came out with a 37 key version. This here is the 25 key, 2 octaves. They came out with a 37 key, and that one, you know, instead of having this thin little USB cable, which I found really funny when I unboxed this because it's such a bright orange in contrast to this this white and silver keyboard. But anyway, the 37 key has a breakout cable, and you can actually plug in a physical sustain pedal, which I find to be very helpful because it's hard to play and press this one. You know, you have to kind of press it with your pinky. Not so good for piano sounds. Now for lead sounds, it's great, you know, or for flutes or whatever, trumpets, whatever you happen to be playing. It enables you to play very fast passages with this. So all in all, this is a good buy for the price, and it's lightweight, very sturdy construction. This thing is a little bit weak. Oh, here's the power light, which lets you know that it's on. And that is actually a red. And so it would shine very brightly at night when everything was dark. But yeah, so that's their power light. And I think when you first plug it in, it flashes a little bit. And that's another thing I forgot to mention. It's pretty much plug and play, like I showed you in the setup. That's all you have to do. There's no weird software things. But this thing is a little bit weak, so you have to be a little bit careful with it. It's about the same size as a charger, you know, this type of charger, like I showed before. And it's pretty good. You just have to be careful when taking it in and out, because it's a very snug connection, and this cable, in comparison to that snug connection, is a little bit weak. So other than that, though, this is a good controller. I would highly recommend it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and catch you later.